Our second example is definitely going to use a bunch of ideas that we learned last week, so this will be a good review. So, when I look at this top angle, which is actually made from this line and this line, I know that that has to add up to 120. So, if I use the angle that's vertical from it and across, notice how this touches both of the pink lines. That means that these three angles all have to add up to that 120 degrees because of vertical angles are equal and across from each other. So I know for my equation, I can have m plus 66 plus m, and that all has to add up to 120. Well, that would work, but once again, we know how to combine like terms. So 1m plus 1m is equal to 2m plus 66 equals 120. Now, we can solve this equation two different ways. If I want to use the equation that I wrote, we can go back to last chapter. Remember, always going to add or subtract first. So I'm going to subtract 66, which gives me the 2m comes down, and 120 minus 66 is 54. And then since 2 times m, to undo multiplication, we're going to divide by 2. And I know that m equals 27 degrees. If you didn't want to use your equation, you'd have to use the same idea just without the written equation. So I would take the 120 that we know is the total, and I would take off the 66 degrees that we have, which gives us 54. And then I know I've got two m's that have to be the same, so if I divide that by 2, I still end up with 27 degrees for m.